Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. The final of a trifecta of anniversary beers from Wild Fern Brewing. This be their Acorn. This is a low ABV. Here it says 4.2% English dark mild. As you can see, I could have sworn that it was like three and change when I went to the brewery to pick it up. Regardless, this English dark mild, low ABV, and a collaboration between them and Oddbird Brewing. Yeah, I went down there for their 1 year anniversary at Wildfern. It's crazy. They're only 1 year old. It's weird. It feels like they've been around for quite a bit longer. But yeah, it was good times. Hung out with some good people. Low ABV, English dark mild. Speaking my language. So here we go. Crowler wise, it's what Wildfern does. So I can dig on that. Give that its due. And as far as this goes, it looks all the part of a nice English dark mild. Uh, you know, like heavy, rich, dark, clearness. Actually, it doesn't have any kind of like turbidity to it, but it's just extremely dark for its ABV level. Half a pinky finger of a khaki colored head with a little bit of kind of soapy edge, but pretty much just a taut little tight head there, and just that rich like cola like kind of vibe to it as far as color goes. So yeah, you're talking low fours, high threes. I don't know where this sucker's landing, but we're gonna give it a huff. Chocolate, a lot of chocolate here, a little tinge of coffee, just this rich chocolate maltiness to it, almost like a little touch of tannic kind of bittering to it, at least precursor to that bittering taste actually on the nose, and just comes off as a traditional pub style kind of English dark mild, but I can't express enough how impactful it is for its low ABV. Like I said, 4 and change in a can, 3 and change at the brewery. It just has this richness to it that I come to know and love from my English miles. But since we're dealing with something with ultra low ABV here, yeah, we're winning so far. We're winning. Let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. Man, this is like the most delicious potable water ever. Man, it just has this creaminess to the mouthfeel. Super hard to kind of get at this ABV level. Full disclosure, I had it at the brewery, but I had it on cask, so it was a little even more creamier there. But it has this nice creaminess to it. And when you're talking about the malt versus the hops thing here, a little bit of utilitarian, tannic, like bittering. The other side of things, that rich kind of chocolatey malt, tinge of coffee to it, but it's mostly kind of this slightly elevated from baker's chocolate, semi-sweet kind of chocolate going on, and this really beautiful mouthfeel, and executed exponentially well. In that it just has this kind of impact and richness to it without any kind of negative to it, as far as off flavors or anything like that. Low ABV, less things to hide. Kind of the calling card here when you're talking about these low ABV jams that are coming out of Wild Fern and breweries that do lager and pub ale and stuff like that is the like. And it's honestly just really well done drinking beer. To me, this is beer flavored beer. I know I joke and I talk about like macro lager, low ABV lager as being beer flavored beer, and it is. But when you're talking about just the beers that I think of when I want to belly up to a bar and I want to drink a few beers, which is what I want to do typically if I go to a brewery. I don't have like one or two beers and bounce. I want to sit there and want to order a couple pints, a couple full pours of low ABV jams. It seems like that's becoming much the norm nowadays in the brewing world, and this guy is here for it. Whether it be Wild Fern or Oddbird or Bond Place or all these breweries that are doing these kind of like just drinking beers and doing them so well. It's just absolutely a beautiful time to be alive when it comes to the beer drinking world. And this is a testament to that. You're talking about crowlers are a big thing. Like I bring them home. By big, I mean a lot of liquid. I got a double IPA from Wild Fern for their anniversary. I'll probably post all three of their beers on the same day. Just give them their flowers for their anniversary. But these are the beers that I enjoy getting in a crowler. Double IPA is tasty, but going through all that as an individual, a single person, drinking all that to myself, whether I drink it one night or after the course of a couple nights. It's a lot to put down, but something like this is not. It's something. I'm going to watch some football. We're here Sunday football, Sunday afternoon football, winding down from the afternoon games into the Sunday night game. It's something I'll just kind of sip on for the rest of the night, and it works very well in that fashion. So yeah, just this rich, slightly semi-sweet chocolate malt with this little bit of coffee vibes to it. Utilitarian bittering, really nice silky mouthfeel for its ABV level. Just one of the better English miles I've had as of late. Yeah, and almost defaults to Mount Rushmore status because I haven't had a ton of them, but it's worthy of being up there regardless. Value and availability, $16, I think, for a crowler of English dark mild. It's a little bit pricey, but when you're talking about a ultra small brewery doing good things, I don't have any problem with that. Leave you with if you like what we like this beer. If you like low ABV pub ales, man, you're gonna be you'd be hard pressed to find something that's markedly better than that, especially with its low ABV. Yeah, just a pleasure to drink. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Massive beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive for the podcasting stuff. Wild Fern, have you been to the brewery? Have you had the beers? Have you this beer? I implore you, if you're in that area, it's not exactly the easiest place to get to, technically, at least for this guy. You're like 20 some odd miles away from me, but it takes me almost an hour to get there. But if you're coming across New Jersey or coming from Pennsylvania on 78, you're like 15 minutes off 78. So, on a beautiful stretch right on the Delaware River. There's a bunch of great breweries up and down there. Wishful Thinking on the PA side has their on the river outpost. They have Wild Fern, go down, hit a little bit of Oddbird, going a little bit south from there. And there's, doubles, Human Robot, and New Hope is not too far away from Oddbird. So it's a nice little trail. There's a bunch of biking trails and all kinds of stuff going on there. So I very much say, hey, you're in that area, you're doing your thing to yourself. Stop off, hop in, give them a drink, give them a hang. They always have good food there. They always have food trucks. They don't have actually food because it's a Jersey brewery. They have food trucks, so give them a whirl. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of local, low ABV pubber jams right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.